Lawrence Tears family was good. My co-host Culley and myself, Subliminal 209, would like to welcome you to the new Lawrence Tears Show, Knicks After Party. We will be live on Thursdays at 11. We want to thank everyone who is here today joining us or tonight joining us in the chat, and for those who are watching the replay. Don't forget to support your boys by smashing that like button and subscribing. You can also become a member by going to the Lawrence Tears YouTube main page and pressing the join button. This gives you special perks such as priority in the chat, answers over others, emojis, and access to members' videos and more. So we got a couple topics tonight. We got, are the Knicks better with or without Kemba? We got, should Rose start over Kemba? And we have, how do you take some of the pressure and workload off of Jules? So I'm going to go ahead and start with are the Knicks better with or without Kemba? So let's take a little road down memory lane. Back in 2017-18, our point guards were Jared Jack, who averaged 7.5 points, Ramon Sessions, who averaged 3.7 points, Trey Burke, who averaged 12.8 points, and then we had Emmanuel Mudiay, who averaged 8.8 points, and Frank Ntilikina, who averaged 5.9 points. And this was under Jeff Hornacek. Now, for the first 12 games, we had won 7 and lost 5. At the end of the year, we were 29-53. Now, 2018-19, our point guards were Emmanuel Mudiay. He averaged 14.8 points. We had DSJ, who averaged 14.7 points. Not bad. We had Trey Burke also, who averaged 11.8 points. We had Kadeem Allen, who averaged 9.9 points. And we also had Frank Ntilikina, who averaged 5.7 points per game. That's a whole lot of point guards just that year. With that team, for the first 12 games, we had 4 wins and 8 losses, and that was under Coach David Fizdale. We ended up with a record of 17-65. Now, in 2019-20, we had EP, who averaged 10 points. We had DSJ, who averaged 10 points. We had Frank Ntilikina, who averaged 6 points. And that first 12 games, we won 3 and lost 9. That was also under Fizdale. For the first 22 games, he won he won 4 and lost 18. Then Mike Miller took over, and he finished with 17-27. Now that goes to year 2021, and we had EP, who averaged 10 points that year. We had DSJ, who averaged 3 points that year. We had Frank Ntilikina, who had 2.7 points that year. And later on at trade deadline, we had traded for D Rose for DSJ. And when D Rose stepped into the unit, he had scored 14.9 points a game. Now that year, we started off with 5 wins and 7 losses with Tom Thibodeau as our coach. And we finished the record with 41-31, 4th in the Eastern Conference. Now that brings us to this year, 21-22, with Kemba Walker averaging 11.3 points a game, Derrick Rose averaging 13.3 points a game, and we have won 7 and lost 5 out of our first 12 games. May I add, though, that Kemba Walker did not play that game against the Cavs, which we lost 126-109. Now, just to give you a little example of how Kemba's numbers are going right now, Kemba is averaging 42% on three-pointers. His free throw percentage, let's go with that. 3-point percentage is 42%. Now, EP's first year, he averaged 20% at three-pointers. And the second year, he averaged 28% with three-pointers. Free throw percentage, Kemba averages 75% free throws, while EP in his first year averaged 57% free throws. And the second year was 68% free throws. So you guys can tell he hopped up a little bit. And with the assists, Kemba averages 3.1% or 3.1 assists. EP's first year, 7.2. And then he dropped last year to 3.2 because he was sulking, didn't want to pass the ball to nobody. Turnovers now. Kemba averages 1.1 turnover. EP his first year, 2.1 turnovers, and his second year, 1.6. Now, this last 12 games, I'm going back to the last 12 games now, which I've been on. But last year, in 2021, our offensive rating was 104.5, and this year, at 21-22, it's at a 111.1. Our points last year with EP was 100.8, and with Kemba, it's 110.8. Three-pointers percentage last year with EP was 35.1%, and this year, 37.1%. Field goals last year with EP, 44.6%, and this year with Kemba, 45.2%. Assists last year with EP, 22.2, and this year with Kemba, 22.3. So we're pretty similar on last year with those numbers, except we're scoring a little more and we're giving up a little more, which we expected, though. You know what I'm saying? And our defense rating last year with EP was 109.7, and with Kemba, it's 111.1. Opponents' points made with EP against us was 106.9, and with Kemba, 109.6. Opponents' three-pointers made with EP was 32.7, and with Kemba, is 37.6. Opponent's field goal percentage with EP, 45%, and with Kemba, 43.4%. And opponent's assists are 23.1%, and with Kemba is 25.7%. So you guys can see by the numbers with having Kemba and having EP last year. And you guys can make your decision, make your choice, make it, it's up to you. Do you feel like the Knicks are better with or without Kemba? What you think about that, Culley?
Without, it seems like it's been the same case with previous point guards, if you ask me. That's what it seems like. But if we're talking this season, I was thinking about that today, actually. If Kemba's gonna be bad, because we're not getting like the Kemba in his prime. We're getting like Twilight Kemba. So if Kemba's gonna have bad shooting nights, then somebody else gotta have it. Somebody else gotta step up too. I figure it gotta be like that. Like, Sherwin threw, he throwing around Fournier's name. Fournier should. Kemba don't got it. I would hope Fournier would have it. I would hope other guys got it. We got guys that can put it on the deck. I would hope somebody else got it if he don't. That's why we got guys to hide other guys. Like me, I'm not even mad with Kemba. A lot of people saying trade Kemba, bench him. I'm not even mad with the guy. Like I knew what we was getting when we got him. He was not getting a guy in his twilight years, and he wasn't getting a guy in his prime still. He was still in his prime. He probably wouldn't even think about coming here. So that's just my opinion, you know. Yeah, that's just me. I know you're not talking about defense, Sherwin, but we're talking about offense, the points. I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna say we're better with Kemba. That's just me. I'm gonna say we're better with him. He adds a lot to that backcourt. And when a lot of people say we just need him to be better than Peyton. That's that's all. So I'm okay with that too. Me, I'm a little biased because I like Kemba, and like I'm not really quick to throw guys down. They gotta be bad for me to like really be like, for me to really, shut them down. Like I'm with Kemba all the way, man. I think we're better with Kemba. I'm gonna say with Kemba.
Yeah, we're talking about the first 12 games here, compared to what we had in previous years.
Right.
And, making the playoffs last year, what do we say in the summer? When we re-signed Burks and we re-signed everybody, we ran it back. You know what I'm saying? We ran it back. So running it back means basically that we're going to get to the first round, you know what I'm saying? And we switched offensive player with the defensive player. The only difference is, Kemba's third in charges, drawn, and that's 6. What does Kemba also do? He spreads the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He opens things up so Julius and others can penetrate to the cut, and kick out. A lot of times defenses were just sagging on EP, just challenging him to shoot that beeline 3, knowing it wasn't going to go in. And when he got to the cup, at will, he wasn't finishing either.
Right.
Well, those are some of the things that, some people don't remember, but I do. You know what I mean? I couldn't wait for EP to get out.
Oh man, I couldn't wait for him either.
Yeah, there's somebody I know, you might know him too, but he said every time EP shoots a jumper, a broken backboard gets his wings. And, yeah, I never forget that, because it always made me laugh when I heard it. And every time I saw that starting lineup and I saw EP in the game, I'm like, man, are you serious? Can we get somebody else in there? So Kemba keeps the opposing defenses honest,
Right.
He doesn't allow, he doesn't get as many double teams on Randle as he did the last 2 previous years. Not saying, not as much. He does get double team, but not as much. And the kickouts there for, not only Kemba, but others with that floor being spread.
Right.
So, Kemba's also, a 3-level scorer. He could take you off the bounce. He could shake and bake and, put you on skates and, do his thing. His jumper is just not hitting right now, but it'll come around though. Everybody's getting a little cold. Look at IQ. You know what I'm saying? He was cold.
My thing with the guys. My thing with the guys, I noticed. I feel like when one person's cold, they're all cold, except for that last game. With the Bucks. The bench had it, but prior to that, when all those guys get cold, it's like the whole team is cold. Like that kind of like pisses me off because it's like, when one guy gets cold, like everybody else should have it at least. Come on, like somebody should have it going. I don't like that. Like the whole team gets cold and we end up getting blown out because the league is about 3-point shooting now, and that's why we lose big leads. We end up in such a drought. I don't know. I just don't like that. Our defense is bad though as well.
Yeah, but look at I just broke it down to percentages and wins. At this point last year, we're doing a whole lot better this year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As far as numbers, what I'm saying, and numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. But one thing I will say, now we are doing better this year. But I will say, like a lot of teams, and salute to the chat, y'all. I will say a lot of teams is like. A lot of teams are back healthy. I feel like the only bad team in the East is Detroit. A lot of teams is healthy, and we have better numbers too because we got a little better too, in my opinion. But however, other teams did too. And I just feel like that's the line right there. Other teams got better like us, so we do have better numbers in some aspects, yes. But it is
It's,
it's more
it's,
competitive this
it's
year.
not just the numbers for me. It's just Kemba himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not done setting the culture here. You know what I'm saying we're still setting the culture, and that's why we brought in these vets. That's why we brought in Kemba, because you know what I'm saying, Cardiac Kemba, he's respected around the league.
Right.
I mean, he's a 4-time All-Star, and he's a mentor on and off the court. By off the court is, every year he goes back to the Bronx where he's from, and he has a basketball camp for the youngins, you know what I'm saying? A free basketball camp at that. And, he gives back to his community that way. And when you have a young team with a McBride behind you and a Grimes behind him, they see that, you know what I'm saying? They see what he does in the community, you know what I'm saying? How he gives back. You saw the camaraderie that they had at the Kentucky and Duke game. You know what I'm saying? Those are the types of things off the court that mean something. When you're not cooking, when he's not cooking, he's not at the end of the bench soaking. You know what I'm saying, like EP was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere to be found, not cheering on his teammates, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see him on the bench. When you see him on the bench, you see him giving advice to Jericho Sims, you know what I'm saying, who's a younger big man that doesn't even play the same position as Kemba, but it doesn't matter. He's just willing to give his advice, willing to talk to these young cats and let them know, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be all right. So, like I said, it's not just on the court, it's on the court as well. And he has the trust in his teammates, you know what I'm saying? When he gives up the ball, they'll give it right back to him and let him set up the player to look for the next pass, or, a lot of times, players, EP would just pass the ball to Randle. It'd just be a one-on-one, and they wouldn't, he wouldn't get it back.
Right.
So, those are just some of the things that he brings to the table. You know what I mean? And we expected that. We expected that we were going to trade a defensive player or an offensive player, because when it came down to it in the playoffs, a defensive player got sat because we couldn't score.
Also, another defensive player couldn't score either.
Yeah, now we have a defensive minded coach.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going to take time, you know what I'm saying, to figure this out. And in the meantime, we're winning. We're over 500. You know what I'm saying? So just take it easy for those who are, you know what I'm saying, jumping the gun, and it'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Do you have anything to add on?
No, I was looking at some of the comments. Sherwin said we give the most 3-point shots in the NBA. -2 Trill said Kemba's not being aggressive enough. He walks up and gives Randle the ball. He lets him run the offense. Kemba is supposed to be the QB, not Randle.
Not all the time. No, Kemba does bring the ball up and set up the offense. As a matter of fact, Kemba, Jules is out taking the ball, passing the ball inbound to Kemba at the time and going down there to get set up. So, but on a rebound, if you get a long rebound and Randle grabs a long rebound, of course he's going to push it though.
Yeah,
But to set the offense up, Kemba gets set the offense. That's the beauty of having all those ball handlers that anybody could set the offense up there. But when the game, in the beginning of the game, or when they score,
right.
Kemba's bringing the ball up when he's in there. So yeah, that's just that was just my 2 cents on what Kemba brings to the Knicks. You know what I'm saying, as far as what we've been through, because we could have went past 5 years. You know what I'm saying? We could have the laundry list of point guards that we've had throughout the years, goes on forever. But I was just trying to give a better understanding of what we've been through the last 5 years and how many point guards have actually been on the team. And now we just have a 1-2 punch. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, look at the list that we had before. We had Emmanuel Muide, Trey Burke, Khabib, and Frank Ntilikina, and those were all young players. You know what I'm saying? Those are all young players. And everybody wants, not everybody, but a lot of Knicks fans want to see the young players. We've done that when we were a 17 and 2017, or not when we're a 4 seed, not when we're
supposed to. That's just one thing. I guess that's a topic for another day. You know what I mean?
And so yeah, I'm just trying to
I feel you. Yeah, we just don't get guys. We've had a wide history of just bad guards, yo. We just had a bad history of bad guards. You know what I mean? And Kemba, like I said, we're not getting prime Kemba though. That's all.
Nah, but he's, like I said though, he still brings a lot of mentorship.
Yeah, that's why I like him. I like leaders, and that's going to mean a lot going forward. In this team, we're still figuring it out. I mean, I'm not comparing to other teams, but other teams are figuring it out too. I didn't expect us to come out just swinging from the gate. I didn't expect that. It took some time to get, to gel. Last season, when the closer it got to playoffs is when guys started to, the camaraderie got stronger. So I'm not even panicking. I'm not panicking at all. It took a lot it took a season for guys to get closer, and it was last year. It was last year, March or April, I think, when Reggie Bullock came out with the Big 15 comment. You know what I mean? So that was pretty much by the end of the season. So it's going to take a season. It's going to take a season of growing pains, basically. It's going to take some losing. It's going to take playing against them close games, the tough teams. It's going to take that for the team to finally click. So still early. I give it December, January. I ain't thinking negative about it. You know what I'm saying? Chad, Heck Breezo, salute. Quiet Money, salute. Yeah. Sherwin, Sherwin said all those teams are better than the Knicks. I could agree, but they have better talent. You know what I mean? They have better talent. We have a little more depth, but we don't have the talent. You know what I mean? Those guys have the luxury. No, Sherwin's actually not bugging. He's not bugging, actually. A lot of those teams have the better talent. We don't have a Bradley Beal. We have a young star in RJ. Who he's gonna get there. You know what I mean? Brooklyn guys are KD. Milwaukee has a Giannis, as we seen last night. Giannis, we clamped on him. That's what I'm saying. That's another thing too. We collapsed on him. Tibbs got to get better with the schemes, man. I'm sorry. Tibbs has to get better with these schemes. Giannis cannot score 100. I don't care what nobody says. He's not going for 100. You can't let him kick out to them shooters. Look what them shooters did to us. Look what they did to us last night. You know what I mean? You can't collapse on them, yo. It's just horrible schemes, yo. Miami does have a better team. Boston, I don't know about Boston though. I think we could smack them. Sixers, we beat them twice? They probably do, but Chicago, they have better team. I mean, some of them are finding their groove. I'll say that Toronto is better. Cleveland, we'll see them again. I don't know. I ain't gonna get too much into it right now. Knicks must make a trade for a good small forward. I can agree. We need some perimeter defense, man. We need some, y'all. They'll probably make a trade around January, February, before the deadline. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't think Rose likes to trade, so we'll see. We shall see, yo.
You ready to hit that next topic with should Kemba run the second unit or Rose start?
Let's get it.
All right. You want to lead this one?
No, go ahead. You take this one.
All right. Well, to me, I don't believe that Rose should start. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just have way too much chemistry with the second unit. Rose is more of a up-tempo guy, and you see where Toppin is leaking out and getting us transition points, and we're averaging like 12 and some change as far as fast break points every game. And last year we were ranked at one of the last teams as far as fast break points. So to me, that's just one thing that Rose does, finding topping on the fast breaks. The other thing is he could get his own points with the second unit. So we already have Julius and we have RJ and all the rest of the starters that if they're not if they're cooking and then Rose is cooking, then who's going to be that engine? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kemba's kind of a slower pace, half court set your offense up than Rose is. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Rose is that spark off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't really need the ball in his hands either. IQ could bring the ball up. You know what I'm saying? And he get going too. So to me, I think Rose is better, you know what I'm saying, with the second unit. You know what I'm saying? He can hit the threes if he needs to. Yeah, I just like Rose with the second unit for those points, you know what I'm saying? And we know that Rose is just a better all around player right now in this time than Kemba is. So we need that punch off the bench with the second unit. And he may be, you know what I'm saying, in talks once again this year as far as sixth man of the year, you know what I'm saying? Because he's doing it all. He's doing it all if needed to. I think he's averaging 13.3 points a game right now. You know what I mean? And he said it himself in a interview that he doesn't feel as much pressure on him running the second unit as he would as a starter. Trying to average 30 points a game. He's just not that guy anymore.
Right.
So you saw what happened in the playoffs last year when they asked him to be the starter. He was just trying to do it all, you know what I'm saying, and kind of burn himself out. So I think it's better for him just to have like I said, they have that chemistry from last year. We're going on the second year with the same unit, and everybody just got better.
The thing with that is, it's kind of like a pick your poison thing, whether you start either of them at the point, because to be honest, Rose nor Kemba these guys are truly scorers, yo. They're not true. They're not like pure. They're not pure playmakers. They're not pure playmaking point guards. So it's like either one of them. I think it would be the same result. It's just a matter of hot or cold, and who has it, who doesn't, and whose body wear and tear gives out first. You know what I mean? Who's more durable? That's pretty much it. They're not playmaking guards. They can like sometimes I guess at times in spurts you can play off of them, but they're not playmaking guards. The last bit of playmaking guards out there in the NBA is on different teams. You know what I mean? These guys are scorers. Derrick Rose is a scorer. Hence the Bucks game. That's Derrick Rose right there. Like pulling threes, getting to the basket. That's Derrick Rose. He could be, he can make a little something. He can get, but I don't know. It's just that they're scorers, yo. The best bet for them is to play pick and roll, but they don't run it enough. I don't know. I don't get the schemes with this team. I don't really get them. It's like we drift away from what works. And it's kind of like it just throws me off. But let me ask you, my fault, sub. The question was, should Kemba man the second unit? That was a question, or should he stay a starter?
Yeah, should they switch? Should Rose go into the starting lineup and Kemba run the second unit?
Right. Oh yeah. So to answer your question, my opinion, I think it'll be the same results, yo. Same results that you get now, because it's just, I think it's the same results, because like I said, they're not naturally playmakers.
Yeah, then on the defensive end, it'll take more of a hit because Kemba's only 6 foot. Then you got IQ next to him as his backcourt mate at 6'3". At 6'3", so now you really can't hide him anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because at least with Fournier, he's 6'6", 6'7". So you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's able to guard the better guard than Kemba. So with IQ, you know what I'm saying, it'd just be a nightmare with that backcourt duo with the second unit. and we won't get those fast break points that Rose gets us.
Right.
So yeah, so on a night that IQ goes cold
Mm-hmm.
and Kemba goes cold, and we're not getting the ball to be topping, where are we getting these points? From? Because neither one of our centers, are offensive scorers. So they're both rim protectors and rim runners. So yeah, I just think let it be, leave it the way it is, and leave it to the coach to make the decisions on how he's gonna fix it, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Boost Mobile got a great point. He's right. I meant to piggyback off what you just said. I forgot where to start. Yeah, I forgot where to start, man. 5 minutes that Kemba needs to be sent home until we make the playoffs, and maybe we could bring him back. Nah, man, it's not. I think the thing is, we have a defensive coach with more so crafty offensive-minded players, and he has to bring defense out of them. And I think that's just what it is. It's a tough battle that he has to adjust and not stick to. He can't stick to what he's been sticking to because we're getting smoked on the 3-point line. We're getting smoked from there, and it's not even a joke. And it may only get worse or better. And like our only bet is to outscore teams. We almost outscored the Bucks again last night. Bucks was not having D Rose, torch them again. They were having it again, So that's the problem, yo. Defensive coach for offensive minded team. It's gonna be tough, yo. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, but I think the trade deadline is until December 15th, anyways, which would give us 28 games total before we actually do any
trade deadline. But that's when you can make a trade.
I mean, not trade deadline, but that's when you can begin trading is December 15th. So all those free agents that got signed in the summer, you're not able to trade them anyways. So everybody that wants, Kemba out of here and bring in this guy, it's kind of pointless to talk about it because we still have the rest of the games. And what happens if we go on a winning streak? Then our minds change. Then
we're not. Our record is not to cut you off. My bad. What is it? 6-4, 6-5,
7-5,
7-5. It's not like we're 5-7. It's not like we're 3-3. 3-7. It's not like we're whatever. How many? What's that total? 12 games total. It's not like we're 3-9. It's not like we're 4-8. We're 7-5. So we did some things right. We just got to put the pieces together to go on them streak, hit them winning streaks. It's not like we're not in hot water. I know that, and I know if we get to hot water, it's gonna be bad because this is New York City they playing in. So we're not in like deep water. You know what I mean? We got some things figured out. It's just we just need that final some certain things that just click for a win streak. You know what I mean? We need to hit them win streaks. I mean, we can, but it's growing pains. I mean, because remember, I think it was 2 days ago. Just about 4 or 5 teams had the same record. Every team was like 7-3. You know what I mean? Like a couple days ago, it was like 4 or 5 teams. So teams are figuring it out. Some faster than others, some later. Like I said, the only team that is guaranteed to not make anything is the Pistons. After that, I can't really call it. Every team then got a little better. They're finding their groove. So it's tough, man. It's tough to say. We could be worse though. We could be worse. If we had Peyton this season, with what's going on now, with the new Eastern Conference, oh, we'd be in trouble, yo. We'd be in big trouble. This team right now is like parallel, man. It's like a straight line, man. Like we get knocked off course, we're over. So it's like we just gotta stay tightened up.
Yeah, we just gotta enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And we get into the playoffs, so I'm not worried about that. I think we just set our expectations too high, is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so
You
yeah, go ahead.
know, I was just gonna say we're never just content. We want more. We want more. We want more. You know what I'm saying? And by the changes that we made over the summer, like I said, everybody was saying we ran it back. We ran it back.
Mm-hmm.
So if we ran it back, we expect to be a championship team this year by running it back.
Not this time. Not if we wasn't a championship team last year and we ran it back. If we was a first round exit team that almost got swept and we ran it back, we damn sure ain't no championship team. Donald Cannon had asked you something. He said, "Sub, how many more games before we make changes?" What's your take on that one?
What changes? Just what we've been talking about as far as Rose and Kemba. I mean, we already nipped that at the bud with that conversation as far as substituting those guys. You know what I'm saying? And we already know how Tibbs is. You know, I'm not the coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm just riding with the guys that we have. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's up to Tibbs whether he's going to put in a Grimes or a McBride or a Jericho for one of the bigs. I'm saying, but there are a lot of people that wanted IQ out, you know what I'm saying? And he showed up the last couple games. You know what I'm saying? He showed up. So
I can't lie to one of those people. I can't even lie to you.
It just takes time. You know what I'm saying? It just takes time. And yeah, got my IQ jersey right here. You know what I'm saying? got my Quickly jersey right here. You know?
Dope.
So yeah, that's my guy right there. Just ever since last year, you know, his name just says it all. IQ. Yeah, he was one of the players. He's ice water in his veins. You know what I mean? Like whenever he there was a dead ball or a timeout, he'd always talk to the refs and cover his mouth and try to figure out what I could do or what the problem is and figure it out. You know, he broke the record his first 100 free throws, made 94 of them. You know what I'm saying, like, he took the second unit by storm and hasn't looked back. You know what I'm saying? Who did he passed up? Rivers. He passed up all those journeymen. You know what I'm saying? All the guys that were on the list we just talked about.
Alec Burks, but he seemed like he might have, I'm not gonna say passed him, but he was up there. He was there with him. He getting rotated with him, getting the same minutes, kind of.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? He's a gym rat. You know what I'm saying? He's just a good kid. You know. And he reads his Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about him, I'm just like from the jump. That was my guy right there. So even when he started off cold, I was like, nah, I'm still rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? He'll figure it out. And Rose, I mentioned it the other day. You know what I'm saying, that him and Tibbs are just as crazy to one. You know what I'm saying, that when Rose said don't stare him in the eye. You know what I'm saying? Quickly goes and talks to him like, what did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? So they have that respect for one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants to learn. He wants to get better. You know what I'm saying? He does. You know what I'm saying? He does all those things. So if you're showing at practice, like Tib says, if you're showing at practice and you have your track record indicates that, you know what I'm saying, you can score and you are putting in the work, why would you put in someone that doesn't have the same resume as this kid does? Because he's been playing against NBA talent, you know what I'm saying? Where others have been just playing against their peers in summer league, you know what I'm saying, and backup, you know what I'm saying, backup players that were trying to make the roster who maybe didn't. So I'm not saying that they're not good, but it's just not their time. They don't have, you know what I'm saying? It's we just have others with the longer resume, you know what I'm saying?
There's a few comments I just wanted to shout out. Quiet Money said Randle just need to allow himself to be coached. By Quiet Money, I can highly agree.
Oh, he's in the Matrix.
Oh, shoot, did you hear me?
Well,
he's in the Matrix. We good now?
Kind of.
Oh, shoot. You good, Sub?
You're in and out. I'm good. You're the one that's in and out right now. I was listening to you
How
read
about
off
now?
the chat. Yeah, you're good now.
Now I was saying the last thing I said was Mobile said I want to see if Tibbs is still stubborn on this game. Our young guys gave him effort; they deserve to play. Yeah, what you think of that? So I meant to ask you. You saw the Bucks game, right?
Of course, yeah. We're texting back and forth that night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't
So
want to ruin it for you.
you're talking about like, do they celebrate too much during the games? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so go ahead and elaborate on that, because you're the one that brought it up to me last night. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I want to ask my man Sub in the chat. What was it, Monday? We played the Sixers. I want to ask: does anybody feel like, does anybody feel like the guys celebrated a little too much? Right after that Sixers game, like right when they sealed the game. Do they feel like they shouldn't have, like they should? Does anybody feel like they celebrated too much? Well, not celebrated in the sense of they lost focus, and they should have kept focus, been more humble for this game. That's what I want to know. If anybody feel like they shouldn't even been celebrating at all. I mean, it's okay for guys to feel, to feel good after a victory, but does anybody feel like they sat there and celebrated after that win in Philly, and and it seemed like they was a little content coming back for this game. That's all. How do you feel, Sub?
Well, in-game moment, kind of like when RJ pushed Randle down, and he kind of just went with it and did his push-up and got back up and got back in his chest. Like it was all good, but he just caught him off guard and wasn't expecting that. But it's all love, though. It's all support. You know what I'm saying? You're happy to see your boy do good. You know what I mean, and just, I don't see anything wrong with that. It gets the crowd going. It gets yourself going. You're ready. You start to get into a zone at that point, and that energy just starts feeding off one another. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, IQ did it the other day. He did that going through the legs, that step back three. You know what I'm saying? And he started skipping, back on defense. And, yeah, they had everybody hype. You know what I'm saying? They had, Fat Joe jumping up and down. You know what I'm saying? Had me going right here in my man cave. So yeah, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? It's within the game. It gets that momentum going. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, did you?
Not so much I had a problem, but I feel like I just didn't want them to lose focus and take the next game for granted. I mean, I'm sure they wasn't thinking that way, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they was their body language showed me that they might have been content. Like they was content, or they was overly celebrating. Not overly celebrating, but just they was, I don't know, like they was sitting there like a little hyper from that game. For a game that was, the guys was missing. Sixers was missing a lot of guys. Same with the Bucks game. The Bucks was missing some key pieces. They had a lot of their guys, at least 80%. It wasn't like 95, 100, and and they took us the distance, and they beat us. The Sixers took us the distance as well. We just edged it, and I just feel like forget the celebration. Like I feel like they should be, knocking each other upside their own head, to just close out better, because we was up in Philly, and I feel like this happens every time in Philly. We would go up, they rally a comeback, the crowd gets involved, and yeah, it just happens every time.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna give you last night's example. I mean, you got to put yourself in their shoes. I mean, like the whole starting unit never got back into the game. in the last 2 minutes of the third, and then the fourth, which is total of 14 minutes to change. Now they're at a 28-point deficit by the time the second unit got in there, and for them to get up to 4 points.
I think they tied it up.
Oh, they did. To tie it up though. You know what I'm saying? So they tied it up, which is even better. They lead.
I might be talking too much, but I remember them tying it up. Yeah, tied it up.
I think you're right. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though.
Mm-hmm.
Your starters are out the game. You know what I'm saying? You're hitting threes. Rose is hitting threes. You know what I'm saying? You're getting, IQ is getting oops to top in. You know what I'm saying? IQ is hitting step back threes. Burks is hitting threes. That one that Burks bounced off the rim, and I'm like, oh, is it going in? And I just stood up and just like, that's right, let's go. I was hyped right here. And so if I was jumping up and down like that, what I'm saying, I know their emotions were 10 times high. So like I had no problems with it. They're going to the bench. You know what I'm saying? On that timeout, you got the starters clearing out the bench so they can sit down and get some rest. And everybody's, cheering them on. Randall's cheering them on. RJ's cheering them on. You know what I'm saying? They're hyped for their boys. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. It gives the starters, it should give the starters a fire and desire to next game not come out and lay an egg and to feed off that energy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For tomorrow's game, because tomorrow's game is going to be a lot fast as well. They're going to have
go ahead.
Have, with the LaMelo and the Bridges, you know what I'm saying, the Miles Bridges and
right.
guys like that who just want to run and throw oops too. So they got to match that intensity tomorrow too.
Tomorrow's gonna be some. Tomorrow's gonna be I just know it's gonna be a tough game for us. Are they on a losing streak? I meant to look. I think the Hornets.
I think they won. I think they won against the Grizzlies yesterday.
Yeah, so yesterday. Prior to that, I think it was 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, but they give up a lot of points too, though. So I'm saying I said they give up a lot of points too, though.
Yeah.
So their defense is just as bad. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because they have a lot of wings. I find they got a lot of wings on their team. They have like a glut of wings. Like, shoot, like let us have 1 or 2. Yeah, man, they have a glut of wings, and I find that so interesting. But I could see them giving us problems. I could see that.
That's what I'm saying, though. I mean, for the starters, for Julius Randle to be our fearless leader, and for him to sit on the bench watching the second unit, what I'm saying, close out, that right there, he better be running fast breaks himself tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, and be the first one back on defense. You know what I'm saying, and getting everybody else involved. Because he could get his own anytime, though, but he needs to be more of a facilitator himself. You know what I'm saying, and get others involved. Because
I think that game sent a message to the starters, big time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that's because I feel like that's a question mark. Like, that definitely sent a message to the starters. So I can't wait to see how they respond this game. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's interesting. I want what does tomorrow bring, and then we're on the road, so it's not like we're at home. We're on the road, so I just can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. What surprises we gonna get tomorrow? Who's gonna get benched tomorrow?
You going to the game tomorrow? Well, Uncle then?
No, that's NC. I'm in NYC, so I ain't gonna make it.
Ain't nothing but
I know. I wish I could. Next time I'm gonna catch them, man. Next time I'm gonna catch them. I know Uncle's going. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be fun. I know. I'm gonna catch the next one now. I should look into those Christmas game tickets. That's what I should look into.
Yeah, I was down there 3 years ago when Fizdale was the coach.
Oh Lord.
and it was on Christmas Day.
We played
and they played the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Ntilikina had his whole family down there, and they didn't play him.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, he sat the bench. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think Moutier started. I think for us.
Yeah, Moody started. Yeah, and Timmy was just clanking all day. You know what I'm saying? I was just I could hear myself as loud as I was yelling. But
I forgot who we even had. That was a 2018.
we had was a Courtney Lee. We had Courtney Lee.
We had Courtney Lee. He might have been riding the bench still.
He was on the bench. We had Timmy Hardaway.
2018. So Porzingis, we had Noah Vonleh. I think
Noah Vonleh. Yeah.
Porzingis was still there then. That was before the trade. So that was a sad year.
What was the other one? Mario
Hinoza.
No, yeah.
We had Mitch. Had Knox.
Mario.
Yeah, Mitch, Knox. I think Timmy Hardaway was still there.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember watching Timmy just clanking the whole time. I'm like, man, he can't hit a bucket to save his life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I had went to that game. Yeah, and then I'll be in DC next weekend. So
Are you gonna be in DC?
Yeah, I'll be in DC on the 20th of November, and I'm gonna catch the. Who does DC play? I think they play Charlotte on Monday. Then I'll be in Philly that Wednesday through Sunday, and then I'll catch the Minnesota versus Philly on Saturday. Yeah, on Saturday. Yeah, so I'll be out there. So anybody who's in DC or Philly, let me know. You know what I'm saying, where the spots is at. You know what I'm saying, whether it's entertainment or food. You know what I'm saying. Throw that joint up in the chat. Let your boy know. Yeah. So yeah, I just like to catch different games, you know what I'm saying? And go to different arenas. So yeah, that'll be dope.
No, that's dope too. I would love to, man. Yeah. I would love to go to a DC game myself.
Yeah, I see that banner's there. You see that banner back there?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the United States banner. So all of Cali is the Lakers, the Kings, you know what I'm saying, the Clippers are them. So I've been to half of them so far though.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, so what about let's get back on topic because we kind of got a little sidetracked. What do we need to do to take some of the pressure off of Jules?
You know, one way to take pressure off. It's funny. There's like so many ways. People gonna hate these ways. One way is you rest them. Obi seems to be looking good. That's just one way. Obi can give him a rest. But I mean, I don't want to think of it that way because it seems more so as if Obi is just getting thrown in there to give him a rest, not like in there in the sense of putting Obi in there to help win us a game. It seems like he's just being in there like, okay, you're better. You've been in the gym. You got better. So now you're giving better minutes. You know, but then I can't say that. I can't say that either because, you know, last night was different. You know, the whole bench was in. Obi was part of that run. He was a big part of that run, actually. So I can't say that. Maybe Tibbs opened his eyes a little. He might have opened his eyes a little. I don't know. Or maybe it's just fool's gold. Maybe it's just one game and it's back to his ways. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to find out going forward. But ways to give Randle, to take the pressure off. We have from position 1 to 4 out of the starters, we have guys that can put it on the floor. These guys have to score. They have to. They can't. They're not the best defenders. RJ might be our best wing defender. Him and Grimes and McBride. Those might be our best 3 defenders. In the centers, you know, Noel and Mitch and Taj. They might be our best defenders. Those guys that we have in the starting lineup have to score. They have to score. We're not getting no defense out of them. So they have to score. At a good clip, too. At a good clip. And that's just that, yo. It's not like we have – I was going to say another thing. We don't have it's not like RJ is a guy that – you know, a lot of teams, they have a defender that can take the pressure off, also take the pressure off by defending other team's best player. We don't have – I mean, we have RJ, but RJ's only about 6'5", 6'6". You know, I was thinking of the Bulls just came to my head. I mean, they lost Patrick Williams, but they have Javonte Green, a guy that can guard the perimeter. guy can guard Randle. They got DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Lonzo. They don't have none of them have to. They don't have to guard Randle when they play us. That's what I mean. Just certain games like that. That's how you take pressure off your best players, your best offensive players. You make them play less defense. That's one way. Give him a shorter workload on the other end. He's already lazy on the defensive end. Comes around that screen, he doesn't even pick up, he doesn't close out. That's just me. Gives the guy so much space. I don't know. I wish we could run pick and roll with him, but I don't know, man. We stopped seeing it. We stopped seeing the pick and pop with Fournier. We got to use him better. That's another way to take pressure off him, sub. You just give him easier shots, but we don't. It's like we don't do that all the time. Actually, no, I take that back. We do. When he calls for it in the post, though, that's on him. But there's times I will say, I've seen them kick it out to Randle when he was open, and he might pump fake it and try to get his own shot off. But there's times where he had, he was open, and a point guard, Kemba found him, Fournier found him. He'll pump fake, drive, do whatever he does. So that's my answer for that one.
What about as far as closing? Are you content with Randle being the closer? Because you saw RJ the other day, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had 35 and he was closing the game and he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, when someone, you know what I'm saying, when someone else is hot, you just got to, you know what I'm saying, feed them the rock, you know what I'm saying, let them go to work. That's another thing is, you know what I'm saying, just he doesn't necessarily have to be the closer every given night. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody else take the pressure off him by doing that, or starting off that way too. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody getting involved because they start off the game with the pick and roll with the Gotham lob to Mitch. You know what I'm saying, to get Mitch and RJ going, and then they go into that dribble handoff with two wing players just to get that motion offense going. You know what I'm saying, and I don't understand why they don't run more of that. I'm saying more of that offense to get the ball and the flow of the offense going, and whoever is open at that time, whichever wing, RJ, Fournier, or even Kemba, let them, you know what I'm saying, get those or more pick and roll. It's like you said, more pick and roll with Mitch and the point guards and get that going because Randle will get going anytime he wants. So
you know where else I realized we mess up? Actually, no, I'll bring that up another point. Big Beans, sure you could join. So it's easy to send a link. But yeah, of course.
So that'd be just individual play by all the starters. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just seeing Randle go ISO and not movement. You know what I'm saying? Not moving around.
Right. I think we have to run more of that pick and roll. We have to do what modern NBA teams are doing. Yeah, we don't have no type of special offense. We have to do what the league is doing, especially for our smaller guards. We can't run ISO ball at all. We can't. We have to run pick and ball. We have to run two mans. We have to run anything that has ball movement and tricks the defense. We have to. Nothing predictable. We can't run nothing predictable. But we're not going to win, We're not going to win. Got to run that pick and pop. Someone else mentioned we don't have a big that can score. It does hurt when you don't have a big that can score, though, I will say.
It's the rim protection, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what Tibbs, envies the most is that rim protection. But when we have stretch fives and they bring those bigs out from the rim, you know what I'm saying, that allows the other players to penetrate without, you know what I'm saying, having any rim protection out there. But that hasn't been the case lately. It's been that those threes, you know what I'm saying? It's been the threes that have been killing us. We built that wall against Giannis yesterday. You know what I'm saying? There's that collapsing defense, and
right.
But we let those 3-point shooters kill us. So it's that perimeter defense, and everybody knows it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that the perimeter defense is our weakness right now. But I mean, yeah, we're just gonna have that problem until Tibbs figures it out. It doesn't take 3-4 people to collapse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that kills me. My fault, sub. That right there kills me the most. I get mad because we did that in that Hawk series. Same thing. Trey Young, small guy. Giannis, big guy. We collapse on them every time they get into the paint. We don't have to. If a guy's on the island, that's cool. You probably could collapse with one guy. They should just do it to where one guy collapse on them, and that's it. I'm not okay with the whole team beating us in threes. Maybe one guy, okay. I'd rather get beat by two guys than four, and in most cases, I'd rather get beat by one than the other four than five. But when these guys collapse, they're not going to score 100 points. They're going to eventually give out. They're not going to score 100. Giannis can't score 100 points. He can't. Maybe he can if you let him get to the paint all day. As long as you have a body on him, that's what matters. He's not going to score 100 points. We don't have to collapse. Our collapses look silly. They look silly. When guys are open on us, they're like wide open. They're wide open and they're hot. And it's happened. It happened on that Cavs game. It happens too many games. They're collapsing. Too many. I'd rather give up a 2 than a 3. That's just me. I'm sorry. Rather give it. The NBA is about 3s. It's not about 2s no more. Yeah, we're backwards, yo. We're backwards.
Yeah, because like yesterday when Giannis is trying to get to the cup, he's already 6'11", bringing the ball up right here. You know what I'm saying you're not gonna block the ball way up here. I mean, so by the time you collapse, they kick out right there, and it's I can see the first time that happening, being okay with it, but once a guy hits 1 or 2 out there, it's like you got to switch it up. You know what I'm saying you can't just be letting the same thing happen over and over again. So that's where I'm at. But I did like this, the second unit when they're pressing a lot. You know what I'm saying? They're pressing at 94 feet. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you're not going to get that with the first unit. We just don't have the personnel with Kemba and Fournier as our backcourt trying to press. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, just mixing it up like that a little bit. I mean, or that pressure right there is nice to have with the second unit. I don't know. It's just certain adjustments Tibbs gonna have to make.
I have a question now. But yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Not my fault because I'm just reading. Big Bean said Tibbs has to change it up. I told Freezy Big Beans. I'm sorry, but I have a question now. This is for you, sub, in the panel. Does Tibbs, or is it both? Does Tibbs have to step it up, or does Tibbs not have the personnel to step it up? Or does he not have the personnel at all to do what he wants? What is it exactly? Somebody tell me, or just or is it both? Remember, keep in mind, defensive-minded coach of the year. Keep in mind. So, what do you think it is? What do y'all think it is? Salute, Drip More. Salute, y'all. It's the after party, man. You in the Knicks after party.
I mean, it's one of those things that we never have. You know what I'm saying? The offensive and defense player, you know what I'm saying? The 3-level scorer that could do multiple things, you know what I'm saying? We always have different parts and different players, and we can never, and he has to pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, who he can play. And just, with the youngsters, you know what I'm saying, with the youngsters, we have the energy, we have the defense that they're going to press, they're going to get on your chest, you know what I'm saying? But are they going to be struggling offensively too? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, it's just one of those, just one of those, like you said, pick your poisons. What are you to do? And for the time being, he's just gonna, ride with his guys. You know what I'm saying? Just ride with his mans, because at the same time we're still winning right now. It's ugly wins.
Mm-hmm.
We're barely winning when we do win. Yeah, so right now it's I think he's just gonna ride it out. He's just gonna ride out with what we have, and like they said, it's practice too. You know, if these youngsters is getting cooked at practice, why would he throw them in during live games? I mean, we don't see that. I mean, we don't see what's happening during practice time. But
I agree with you. Not to cut you off. If he was about to finish, my bad. Manchild says Tibbs still thinks we're in the 90s. We are one of the shortest teams in the league. You know what's funny? I was thinking too, like when you said guys are getting guys' chests, I was thinking of a guy like Dylan Brooks, right? From the Grizzlies.
mm-hmm.
He just randomly came to mind. There's a lot of good defenders in the NBA, a lot. And you have different types. You have lockdowns you have the guys that get under your skin, the guys that don't say nothing, they just play ball. We don't have so I'm thinking of Dylan Brooks. I don't know why I was thinking about him earlier today. I don't know why. I don't know. I was just thinking we kind of need that on our team. Dylan Brooks is a dog. He's out for the Grizzlies right now, but he's a dog. And he's only 6'6", but he can guard small forwards. However, he probably can. I think he can guard some positions bigger because he's strong enough. But you know what it is? He has the intensity, the energy, and the confidence. I was just thinking we don't have a Draymond Green on this team. Yeah, a Marcus Smart, like Big Bean said, Dylan Brooks. We don't have that on this team at all. We don't have nothing close to it. RJ's in the right direction because he's playing good defense, but we need more of that dog. We need more of that dog. And RJ is a dog. I'm saying I'm not taking it from him, but I know what guys know what I mean. We just need that oomph. We need that extra. We just need that extra defender. Like if RJ's on the court, we need a Marcus Smart on the other side, on the other wing. RJ can be on this wing. We need one on the other wing. We don't need him helping out. We don't need RJ helping out. No passing lanes, getting beat back door. I think that's we need that one dog to just go upside guys' heads, yo, to yell, even if he's out there with RJ, he has to yell at RJ, yo, you got beat back door, pay attention, in his face. Just we kind of need guys like that. The closest thing we have to that is Taj, and Taj only gonna do but so much. I'm just thinking of some guys saying Boost Mobile said we're one of the shortest teams. I can agree with that. However, Dylan Brooks or Marcus Smart would help us. Not the most, because they're not tall, but in the sense of intensity, that could help. We need some more intensity. These guys look dead out there, yo. The starters look dead, and I think that there was a reason for that little lineup change last night. There was a reason for that. Them guys look dead, yo. Like nothing. And I'm looking at the game come on, where's the energy? Could the crowd do something? Could the crowd hype them up? I turned my back for 1 second. The bench is in, and then the crowd's into it. I'm like, okay, these guys just playing with a little more heart, yo. Not a little, a lot more. We need that, yo. We need that one guy, yo. So, like I say, a real dog out of 3. One real dog, yeah. One real dog out of 3 is bad. We need at least 2. If we can get another one, if we can get 2 more, that'll be great. But if we can get another one, that'll help. That's a step in the right direction. I think that's what we need, and there's not many out there. And the ones that are on their teams are not giving them up. Marcus Smart is a good move, especially with what he said in Boston the other day. Last week, 2 weeks ago, that would be a target. That should be a target. Should be. Other guys cost too much. I would even make I don't think the Grizzlies will give up Dylan Brooks. Marcus Smart may be a good move, yo. He might want out of there, and hey. It's not a bad move for him because I don't know Boston's record. I don't know their record, but they're not doing that well. And you'll be out of one situation into, I would say you would make the Knicks a better one. You'll be in a better one if you over here. We need that dog. We need some dog over here. Some loudmouths. But loudmouths that can play defense. You know what I mean, Sub?
Yeah, I heard him and Tatum had got into it because
right.
Smart had called him out. You know what I'm saying? Saying quit ball hogging.
Yeah, you need to get guys involved. I wish guys got involved more. I like him. I like that.
They should have just said, man, stay in your lane and play some defense and let me do my job and you do yours.
Right. I like him. And he got into a little. I think he threw a chair at Jaylen Brown. I mean, I don't want him to. That was during the pandemic season too when they brought it back to the bubble. Say he threw a chair at him. But I'm not gonna say you need guys like that, but you need guys that, guys that want to win, man. They hate losing. We need guys
that hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, guys that hold each other just barking on guys. Like Taj may not be enough. He just may not be enough. We need some guys that are Marcus Smart, I mean, Taj is solid. I don't know how I'm trying to differentiate it. I can't figure it out. But Marcus Smart, I don't know. He gives us that dog, yo, that dog. You know, him and Taj on the court together would be good too. With the right lineup, that would be good. Just all defense, hustle. Oh man, that would be good, yo. Even with Mitch, just when Mitch is playing, having a good game. Oh man, that's a fact, Donald Cannon. I can't wait to. Oh, my fault, Freezy. I can't wait to see how Donald Cannon. Can we see how the team responds to this next game if Tibbs got through to them? Then after that, I will be. I'll tell you what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got to see. We'll see tomorrow how they respond. Height has nothing to do with playing defense. Look at Brunson; he's a midget, but he plays in. No, you're right. Jalen Brunson does play good defense. You're right. Even Kemba plays.
Brunson is another one though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on an expiring contract too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know how much the Knicks like taking our players, so that could be a trade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but I don't. But who will we trade? Who will we trade? Kemba for Brunson swap? I don't know. At this point, I like the Morris. Like, yeah, I like. We do need that Morris. Yo, Culley. Now I like Brunson too. I like him too, but we didn't get him. I think we could have made a move on him, but we didn't get to go get him. Brunson. Every time Brunson gets put into the Mavs games, like even if it's fourth quarter, if the game's close, he's pretty clutch, man. He has no problem going for that bucket. He's a bucket getter, yo. He is not afraid.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like if he's on an expiring contract, it's not going to cost much. Not going to cost much to pick him up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We've already done business with them in the past, and they've taken all our players. So I'm just saying it's a possibility. It's more likely than getting someone from the Hornets, because you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. MJ don't like us Knicks, so he ain't trying to trade us nobody. So.
Right. Jared Butler, Jazz. Yo, I forgot all about Jared Butler. Forgot all about him. How is he even getting playtime in Utah? That's another thing, though. A lot of these guys ain't getting playtime, man. I was thinking about Book Night on the Hornets. We played him tomorrow. I think he's a DMP most games, yo. And Book Night is talented. Does Jared Butler get playtime? Jared Butler is nice, I ain't gonna lie. He would honestly, any rookie we would have drafted wouldn't have got playtime here unless he was going to be a starter. No rookie was. Trey Murphy might have been a starter, so he would have got playtime, but no rookie was going to get playtime here on the Knicks. None of them. Should have got Brunson with that KP trade. Yeah, well, Steve Mills did that trade, so he ain't thinking. He wasn't thinking about no Brunson, even though he's connected to Rick Brunson. But yeah, right.
Yeah. So, what do you think about these next few games? I mean, we got the Hornets tomorrow. We got the Pacers on Monday.
Pacers.
And then we got the Magic. And then we got on Wednesday the Rockets, and then the Bulls. So it gets harder after that. It gets more difficult after that. You got the Lakers, the Suns, the Hawks. We got a nice tough run of good teams after that. So we got to get these next couple wins starting with the Hornets, payback on the Pacers. The Magic, we can't take these guys lightly. The Rockets can't take them lightly anymore. And then the schedule gets tough. So yeah, we gotta get going. We gotta get going on these dubs. Yeah. In the Hawks game. Okay. Yeah.
What up, Big Beans?
Yo, what up, fellas? What up, Culley? What up, Subliminal? What's good with you?
What up, bro? Those games are winnable. However, they just, they have to show up. The Knicks have to show up, man. We can get revenge on the Pacers. We can get them right back. We can beat the Magic again. We can beat the Rockets. The Hornets, I can't speak on that right now. Can't speak on that one yet.
So what? I mean, I wouldn't say scared, but what are you worried about as far as what the Hornets bring to the table?
I'm worried. It's not. You know what it is? I'm not really worried about their guys. I'm worried about the depth, and I'm worried about a player that we wouldn't expect to going off on us. I'm not worried about LaMelo, even though I could see him having a good game, but I'm not worried about him. I would love if RJ's on Miles Bridges. He could probably, neutralize him, slow him down. I'm not really worried about them. I think it's more so their depth. They have depth and they will use it. They have a lot of wings. Maybe their wings could give us some trouble.
That's what's been giving us trouble is them wings. You know what I'm saying?
Gordon Hayward.
You got the Kelly Oubre. That a lot of Knicks fans wanted. Were you a Kelly Oubre fan?
I wanted Oubre. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably gonna get cheaper.
Too inconsistent for me.
He is. However,
He's like Fournier.
He is like Fournier. However, I'm thinking of the defensive aspect. I'm thinking of the defensive. He's athletic because we need finishing as much as we need shooting. I think we need a few things. But Kelly Oubre, I think he would have been cheaper, but they didn't want to make the move. They probably could have still made the move after the Fournier move, but they didn't. So
yeah, that's crazy. But what about them last games you just named too? Like, I'm not gonna front. I'm not saying none of those is wins, man, until we play them Jones. I've been disappointed already, highly disappointed. I'm not putting no game past none of them. All of them probably gonna be a dogfight. Watch. I hate to say it, but let's until we see change, we gotta judge it on what we've been seeing, man. And what we've been seeing, the teams that we should be whooping on, been giving us the business.
I can agree. I can't call it till I see it. So I said, I mean, they're winnable, but I gotta see it. We could beat the Magic, but I gotta see it. Only trash team in the East that really trash is the Pistons. Other than that, teams will give you a dogfight, like you said. The other teams will give you a dogfight from 1 to 13. You know what I mean? There's 14 teams East Conference. From 1 to 13, every Eastern team will give you a dogfight. I think we can give teams a dogfight, but we got to get that. We got to come out with that win. It's tooth and nail. We got to fight for it to get the wins. Pacers smacked the dog, what out of us before. So I'm just hoping we focus.
Man, Oubre had 37 points last night, though.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look at the
He had 37 against the Grizzlies, and Hayward had 25.
They won?
Yeah, they beat the Grizzlies last night.
See,
okay.
They was on
108. Go ahead.
My bad, sir. My bad.
Are you good?
They was on a losing streak prior to that. You know what I mean? See, like all of a sudden these teams win. They win right before they play the Knicks. They get everything together. They get right back in motion. Same thing with the Bucks. The Bucks, they beat the Sixers the night before they played us. They was on a back-to-back. Played us. We was the second game of their back-to-back. They played
in a row.
What'd you say?
I said it looked like we played 3 in a row.
The way them starters looked, that bench.
Yeah, terrible.
The bench looked hungry. The starters look like they had the bench like they
got that look like they think they can turn it on anytime they want.
Exactly. That's my problem with them, That's my problem with them. We're not that nice to have that type of look. Like, we're not that good. Like, we got beat last round. We got beat by the Hawks 4-1. Could have got swept. That's something I'm always think about. So I'm not happy. I'm a Knicks fan to the death, but I'm not. It's nothing sweet. You know what I mean? It's not sweet on this side. Like, you got the fans behind you, but it ain't sweet on this side. Like, them dudes ain't valid coming into the Garden like that, talking about shh and all that. Yeah, dudes is not valid. You know what I mean? Like, so enough of that cocky stuff, all that walking on the court, all that bopping, walking on the court like they cool. Oh man, I get so mad, yo. Like, man, if y'all don't turn the 90s on in here, man.
It would be depressing.
You said what?
I said it'd be depressing to see them come in there and do that to us on the home floor. And just the effort. Like, if the effort ain't consistent, like, we got a long way to go. Like, I don't understand that. At home, but you nice on the road? We 5-1 on the road? Like, come on. Like, let's stop.
Yeah. We're not protecting the home court, That's It's not sitting right with me, yo. It's not sitting. We got beat by Rubio had 37 on us. I'm not happy about that. Not happy. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I can't, yo. Now, the Sixers win was a cool win, but they fought tooth and nail. I mean, granted, they fought tooth and nail with the what's the name too, though, the Bucks too. But yeah, man, we got to be better, yo. We got to be better. I am not celebrating this team. I'm not celebrating every win like that. I'm happy for the wins, but I ain't celebrating them popping champagne. No. We ain't win since the 70s. Bucks ain't win since the 70s either. However, they did this year. They can celebrate all they want after a win. We got to change history, yo. We got to change history. That's this orange and blue we playing in. I'm just keeping it real. I ain't celebrating. We gotta win. We gotta win. We gotta win. That's all I can say. We get no offensive rebounds. We are short. Yo, Sub, anything you want to add?
No, I was just looking at the Hornets game. As far as what they scored yesterday in field goal percentage, they were 41%, 41.7% and 3 points made, 15 for 36. I'm saying, and they had 13 steals, so those steals turned into transition points. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make sure we got nice, clean, crisp passes because they're gonna be in the passing lanes as far as that. You know what I'm saying? So and we can't be just throwing those lazy passes. You know what I'm saying? And just know your personnel. You know, even like last night, there's a couple times where Obi was looking for the oop, but they knew not to throw it because Giannis was right there. You know what I'm saying? So just like things like that. Know your personnel. Know that guys like LaMelo Ball are gonna cheat and try to get, you know what I'm saying, leave their mans and try to get that steal. So anticipate that steal. So maybe a fake at that and let the guy cut to the basket. You know, things like that. Get him off of his game. But yeah, they're just a fast up tempo team that shot a lot of threes last night. So that's what killed the Grizzlies is they only shot 9 for 38 and they were only 23.7%. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make them work. We can't just let them get them easy buckets tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I just thought of a guy that can give us problems randomly because Mitch. What up, Machiavelli Wealthy? What up, bro? I just thought of
Zodi Keller. Cody Zeller, I mean.
Plumlee. I think Plumlee can give us problems, yo. And not that he's a big threat. I mean, Plumlee is better now than he was in the past. Plumlee's balling. I think he can give Mitch.
Cody Zeller, they traded him, huh? That's right. They got Plumlee.
Is Cody Zeller on the Blazers? Or is that Tyler Zeller?
Yeah, you're right. He went to the Blazers. Yeah.
The Blazers. Plumlee's balling though. Plumlee's balling somewhat, and I think he can give us problems. I think he can give Mitch some problems. Miles Bridges is playing the 4. I think Hayward at the 3. We got our hands full tomorrow. I don't know if I got who starts at the 2. Is it Rozier or LaMelo? I don't know if Rozier is starting.
Yeah, Rozier.
Woo, that's a tough lineup, boy. Oh man, it's a tough lineup.
Can I add something to that?
What's up?
I'm thinking tomorrow when we play them, man, we got to come with a full defensive blitz. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if Tibbs looked at is going to change the game plan and stop guarding the paint so heavy. Even though that's what LaMelo do, get his teammates open and put them in great situations. We gotta run them off that 3-point line. We have to. And I'm gonna be so disappointed if Tibbs don't change up the game plan. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just want to see what he do.
Me too. I'm watching him. That's what I'm saying. Eyes is on Tibbs, yo. Ball players know. Well, you ain't got to be a ball player to see that, but you know, Knicks fans, basketball fans, ball players, we know. I got my eye on Tibbs. How are you running this defense, yo?
Word. And I want to see that first unit, what they do, how they respond by getting benched yesterday.
So how,
you know what I'm saying? I want to see what y'all do now.
Mm-hmm. We watching, y'all. So exactly. We watching. I want to see what they do, yo. That's a fact. That's a big fact. I want to see how they respond to yesterday. It's going to be real interesting to see. They might come out swinging, the starters. They might come out swinging. They probably in the gym now, getting them shots up. I don't think they want to get embarrassed like that again. They got showed up the other day. Even though we ain't win, they got showed up. Now, if they won, if we beat the Bucks with the bench, oh, they would have showed the starters up. That would have been something to talk about. That would have been something to talk crazy about. That's what we need, a five that can mix it up. Our only five that's hungry is Taj on offense. Yep, I could agree with that. I don't think PJ Washington's. I think he's hurt. But I don't know if he's healthy. Then we got to watch him too. He could light it up. I hate when he plays us. I just hate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't take my eyes off of Miles Turner or Cat either, man. You know how our front office work, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't take your eyes off that. I don't think it's over. I don't think they done yet to keep it a buck before the trade. I don't think there's gonna be the same team. I hope not, but we'll see.
A tweak might happen. A few tweaks could happen. Yeah, a few tweaks.
Are you willing to give all that up to get those guys, Beans?
So which one? If we getting a big man, like what you want? Like Mitch, I'll give you Mitch Burks. I can give you 2 first rounds and 2 second rounds. You know what I'm saying? If we really want to get cute, I'll give you Kevin Knox too. Now, if we just going for another guard or something like that, then I throw you another package, but in a certain, you know what I'm saying? Like for Marcus Smart, I'll give you something nice. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what he do already. Like he's proven. I know what he's gonna bring to this team. You know what I'm saying? You put him next to RJ, and then oh man, that'd be crazy. Or imagine him and Grimes together with RJ in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends on the player. That's all.
Yeah, that'll be. Woo.
So you ready then? You ready to make a big move?
I've been thinking about this all night. Like I got mad shit. I mean, mad stuff. Like mad different scenarios I was thinking about, man.
Right.
Like got me going crazy, man. He better do something because I hate to see him on the hot seat. Like Leo and them they got to do their job. They got to protect themselves at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So you acting like you don't want to catch up. We gonna see what go on. You know, coaches don't last long out here, man. I don't care who you is.
They don't. Tibbs got leeway though. We got to the playoffs, but we're gonna see it, but it's only a matter of time. That don't mean nothing.
He got to the playoffs. He got his boy Leon Rose, you know what I'm saying, back in the mud that, handpicked him. So
man, business is business, man.
Yeah,
let's do
business though.
But we doing better than we did start off last year. So he's not in the hot seat yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To us, we may look at it like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And to us, he's not in the hot seat. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. Not saying that he is. You know what I'm saying? But you never know what's going on behind the scenes. Because if I'm a manager looking down, it's looking like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's what I'm going to say.
Right. We could have gone after. Where's Wall now? Wall's on the Rockets still?
Yeah, he's still on the Rockets. He's just not playing.
Nothing though, right?
Buyout or I guess a right trade situation. I'm not going to front. I'll take him. Right now, he got 1 year left on his contract. I'll give it a try.
I wouldn't mind Wall, but I wouldn't have mind Wall. I wanted in free agency. I wanted Lowry. That was just me.
Oh, you wanted Lowry?
I wanted Lowry. Yeah.
Up front, I wanted Ball.
You wanted Ball?
Yeah.
I thought
he would have been dope on this team.
You said what?
I thought he would have been dope on this team right here.
You know what it is? Ball is solid. I don't know if I would have wanted him to start though. However, he's looking good this year. He's playing defense, hitting the shot. Like he's looking.
Wait, hold on. You said you don't know if you wanted him to start?
I don't know about it though. Being the head of a head point guard in New York, he don't got that.
Yeah, he's what we need. He's a lockdown defender.
I think he'd have been crucial off the bench. That's just me.
He's like Ben Simmons with a better jump shot.
Like, you know what it is? If you take him and replace him with Fournier, and to have him next to RJ and Kemba, I'll take that. But I don't know if I'll take him being the head of the point guard in New York. He don't got he's staying back.
I can dig that.
We got to wrap it up. We got to wrap it up. It's
We got to wrap up.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up right now. So I'd like to thank everybody who joined us. You know what I'm saying? Knicks after party. You know what I'm saying next Thursday, same time,
Right.
12:30. You know, before you leave, can you support your boys? Hit that like button, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So I want to thank y'all. See y'all next time. Salute. Thanks for sliding through, Beans.
Thanks for joining us, brother.
You already know, man. It's a pleasure. Blonde and tears.
All right. Y'all be safe. We still on? That's all. We still on? I guess we're still on. All right. Well, okay. Told he was gonna slide through. And,
right. Yeah, I was not sure. Knowing me, I would talk till he pulls up. Marcus Smart on the move, especially if Boston and things are struggling.
He had told me though. He's telling me sharp.
Yeah, I know. So I'm waiting. Ball is $40 million this year and $44 million next year. Need offense.
Well, let me go through the chat thing because I didn't say salute to everybody. Salute.
Yeah.
Nickel for Life. Chuck Allen. Salute. Boost Mobile. Salute. Alton Lee. Salute. Manchild. I didn't get to nobody's. Salute. Knicks 100. Salute. Knicks Nation 112.